you're going to find that the next-gen game is going to be everything that you have in the current-gen version, but just so much more in terms of like what you can do. The breadth of the title is so much more. There's so much more content. So much. It just feels completely different. So it's a very different beast. And you know, if you have the means, I highly recommend to all our fans to save up for that next-gen version because it's going to be a great one.
Now, Mike, with all this new technology, what does
we are near. Well, Eric, tremendous athleticism. Thanks, DA. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Now the starting group for Orlando. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the 3 spot. And for the Cavaliers, Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the center. On offense, here are the Magic. And the Cavaliers this summer selecting point guard Darius Garland with the 5th overall pick. The second-year man Colin Sexton already on the roster. Greg, how do you see the fit between these two players?
Well, I mean, both are 6'2". The questions will come at the defensive end of the floor. Offensively, both show great promise as shooters, very scoring-minded guards, reminiscent possibly of a Lillard-McCollum pairing for the Blazers, which could be a roadmap for the Cavs.
And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Magic. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago. Here's Vucevic. Another shot. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
And that one's good. Drummond.
Sexton has to just keep developing his court awareness. You want to see more passing from him.
And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Outside Fournier. Augustine in the corner. To the inside. Gordon, the pass to Ennis. Up against Gordon. Clock at 4. Over Love. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Garland dishes to Drummond. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Well, you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
Vucevic off the left rim and out.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. Garland kicks to Drummond. Right wing. Sexton, the pass to Love. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Love's got his second bucket tonight.
You know, and he's not a pass-first point guard, but Sexton's putting the work in, trying to raise the bar as a distributor.
Now, here's Sexton. 26 points for him last game against Chicago.
Boy, he was piling up those assists in that one. I mean, every pass seemed to be on time and on target.
Here's Gordon.
Oh, mercy, mercy me. You know, it's clear that Gordon is one of the best dunkers in the game, always looking to bring the thunder.
Clark Do you ever think we'll see a player coach in the NBA again?
I don't think so, Kevin. The role is just so demanding. You know, it requires so much, and there's so much scrutiny now. I don't think you can effectively play and coach in this day and age. No, I don't think you'll see it happen.
Last one we saw was Dave Cowens back in the late 70s, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. And that's a long time ago, man.
With the Boston Celtics.
Yep.
The Magic making a switch here. Ahmed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. Kem Birch comes in for Aaron Gordon. Ross, he's checked in for James Ennis. And it's Fultz in for Augustine. Clock is at 3. Shoots. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 10-2 run here. And that one's good by Porter.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And the pass to Bamba. Ross against Porter. Over to the wing. Now here's Fultz. He's tightly guarded. Here's Birch. Thompson with the rebound.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Windler with the bucket.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
And Fournier kicks to Ross. Pulls up on the wing. They get it back. Birch laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
And great job by Nance attacking at the rim. That's why you scout for effort players that do it consistently every night.
Ross passes to Fournier. Out left to the wing. Bamba against Thompson. And Fournier kicks to Ross. Here's Bamba. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, you can see Bamba's composure down there. I mean, even when he's under pressure, he stays aggressive and calm.
And the Magic making a change here. Carter Williams is checked in. He hits the second from the line. 24 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Bamba passes to Fultz, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Nance.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
And there's Garland. That's good on the assist by Nance.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
So as we end the first quarter, all... And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Cavaliers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
Nance and Thompson are up front. Then it's Porter. Then there's Garland and Sexton. And it's Windler in at the shooting guard position. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers.
And, you know, with his athleticism, you'd like to see Ross attacking the defense like that.
And the 6'7" swingman, Terrence Ross, the number 8 pick out of Washington.
Well, you know, the shooting and leaping ability of Ross, phenomenal. I mean, I think the defensive end is where he can solidify his game and really improve. He's got all the tools, though, to be an excellent two-way player.
Here's Fultz. Outside for Carter Williams. Ross dishes to Bamba. Stolen by Thompson. Pass to Windler. Back to Sexton. Porter against Bamba. Pass to Sexton. Orlando grabs the miss. They went to Cleveland for their last meeting with the Cavaliers, and they came out with the win.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
Yeah, and you know what? I expect them to go deep into the bench again tonight to give those guys on the bench a chance to have an expanded role, but also to give those starters some rest.
Here's Windler. Passes to Nance. Just 5 on the clock. Cleveland moving it around. Windler, the pass to Porter. Count that bucket. Porter's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
No one near fault as he lets it go. Off target from outside. Cleveland leading by 11. He has a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son Philip was born in December. And then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball." I think he will. Kevin?
Well, DA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report. Up again. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Ross against Porter. From 18 feet away. Birch kicks to Bamba. Over Thompson. Bamba's shot is off. Cleveland leading by 13. Here's Windler. The pass to Sexton. Thompson right side. Back to Sexton. Porter looking it over. Pass to Windler. Goes up at the stripe. Here's Thompson. And a wide open look for Porter. And Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got his 4th rebound in this one. Ross, that's good. Ross has got 5.
Really hard to say enough about how good Carter Williams is at spotting the open man. He's got excellent vision and just a nice feel for what they're trying to get done in their offense.
Here's Windler. To the wing right side. Second shot opportunity. Here's Thompson. And at last they get one to fall. Thompson's got the lead up to 13 now for the Cavs. Birch. Back to Bamba. It's deflected and they get it back. Count that one.
Boy, good strength that time from Bamba. He's accustomed to getting bodied on the way up and still finding a way to finish.
The kick out to Porter. Back to Sexton. Here's Windler. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Sexton's got 4 assists now tonight. For 3, Ross. Cavaliers with the rebound. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. They hit the road with that, the first of a 5-game run. Now, here's Sexton. He's guarded by Ross. Outside, Porter. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Thompson. Back to Sexton. It's stolen by Carter Williams. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Cavaliers lead by... Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, it's Cleveland out on top at halftime. They lead by 14. Kinney.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Clark, I'm going to get a little detailed here, but in terms of footwork in the post, who really impresses you?
Well, there are a number of guys, Kevin. I mean, you think about it. Kevin Durant is a lethal scorer and does a lot of his work off the dribble and in transition on pull-up threes. But when he is a post-up threat, and he does get posted sometimes, his footwork is superb, absolutely superb. Joel Embiid comes to mind, big fella with feet of a ballerina. Jokic does a great job with his feet, not nearly as athletic as Embiid or Durant. And then I would put Kawhi Leonard outside of a big guy. I mean, he's not a big guy in terms of position, but boy, he is very efficient down in the low post when he gets it there.
Good names. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Orlando. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the 3, the small forward.
And Vucevic enjoys throwing his weight around now. At 260 lbs, he's really good at finding ways to get to the line.
Sexton, he's checked in for Thompson.
Oh my gosh, I just got...
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA, but don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic. An offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Now, here's Sexton. Tight defense on him. Pass to Garland. Osman kicks to Sexton. 4 on the clock. Leans from outside. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And that's now 6 points for Kevin Love. And you look at the footwork of Vucevic inside, his moves and counter moves, terrific.
Shades of Kevin McHale. And that's something he's continued to develop in the pros. A response to defenders who often surpass him athletically.
The feed to Ennis.
Clever, crafty defense. He saw that pass coming before it was even made.
Garland kicks to Sexton, and it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. What an asset to a team when you've got big men who can knock down free throws. Look here at the top centers and power forwards in terms of free throw percentage this season. Kevin Love, 4th.
And a lot of these big men take the confidence they have in the paint straight to the free throw line with them. I mean, that makes them very hard to handle.
It really does. I mean, defenders have to be a little more cautious than they would be ordinarily. Hack one of these fellas, and they'll cash in.
And here's Gordon following Colin Sexton's 3.
You know, you talk about the explosive athletes in the NBA, the most explosive athletes. I would think Aaron Gordon has to be on your list. I mean, this guy has great feet, tremendous speed, and he puts both to use on both ends of the floor.
The Cavaliers leading by 13. To the middle. Here's Drummond.
And checking out some stats for Sexton. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. Averaging 25 points per, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And really just excellent numbers. I like what we've been seeing from him across the board.
I do too. I mean, he's playing with much more focus now and a much higher level of intensity.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft, Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself.
The Magic again can't hit.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
And the athleticism is obvious for Gordon, but he continues, Clark, to still work on his skill game.
I love the fact that he's continuing to improve. He's grown as a shooter and a playmaker. He's always been a pretty good ball handler and passer, and we really forget how young he is, man. This guy still has a lot of room to grow.
Garland, no good. And here's Fournier. He brings it up for the Magic. They trail by 14. Now Ennis. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Love against Augustine. 4 on the shot clock. And stolen by Drummond. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And Cleveland making a change here. Porter's checked in, and a switcher also for Orlando. Ross is checked in. Now here's Porter. 8 points for him, and it's good for 2. And that's now 7 points for Andre Drummond.
You know, they'll take the points, but I'm sure coach would prefer a higher percentage look next time.
And Vucevic kicks to Ross. He feeds it to Gordon. Vucevic trying to get open. It's good from Gordon on the assist from Ross. Gordon's got 8 points.
Yeah, you know, Ross doing a nice job sharing the ball. I love seeing that from him. A great teammate who knows how to get his guys involved.
1:04 left in the third. Here's Garland, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And also, I've been extremely impressed with their interior D. Their rim protection has been as good as it gets.
Penetrating game, the ability to get inside off the dribble, very important for this team. And Fournier is brilliant when it comes to slicing up the defense with his drives.
Here's Windler. Off target with his 3. The Magic trail by 13. Here is Ross. 5 points in the game. It's good. He's got 7.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Porter outside. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got 5 rebounds tonight. To the paint. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Ross has earned his reputation as a team-first guy. Excellent at distributing the ball.
A second chance effort. And there's the nice layup by Drummond. And the Cavaliers lead by 11.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Well, you know, that's the way it's going to be for them today, fellas. Can't sustain any momentum.
And so it's Cleveland. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Andre Drummond is out there with Thompson. Then there's Garland. Then it's Porter. And it's Windler in at the 2. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Garland, the pass to Windler. Down low. Reverses. Feeds to Drummond. Some nice passing by Cleveland here, and it's good. 2 points. 7 points for Darius Garland. The Magic trail by 15. Pass to Vucevic. Now here is Augustine. Offensive rebound. Gordon kicks to Ross. He squares up and sinks it.
And that's where Ross has been most efficient. Raining it off the catch. Love it.
There's the pass to Thompson. Over Gordon. Here's Drummond. Windler, the pass to Porter. Now, here's Garland. Headed by Augustine. Really left alone that time. Clark, you were such a terrific athlete growing up, and it must be fun for you watching your kids and soon your grandkids go through their athletic journeys.
It really is one of the great blessings and treats of my life to see our kids grow and develop as people, but also to enjoy different sports. Our boys played basketball and soccer, and our daughter played volleyball, all played in college at some level. And so it is great. Anytime you see your kids find their lane, enjoy running in it, and do well in that lane, it's joy indescribable.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond. And here's what the schedule for Orlando looks like. On Sunday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons.
And guys, this is the kind of stretch of the schedule that you dream of. Winnable games at home against opponents you know you have a talent advantage over. It would take a lot for this team to not be successful over this stretch.
Now here is Augustine. To the inside, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
And, you know, over time, Gordon's offensive game has evolved. I mean, he's capable of getting it going from anywhere now.
Garland, the pass to Windler. Now, here's Garland. Not a lot of room, and the foul called on Terrence Ross. That is his first foul of the game. James Ennis, he'll check in for Ross. Here's Garland. On the wing, Porter. Drummond. It's good on the putback. And the Cavaliers lead by 11.
This is what Drummond is known for, fellas. I mean, assertive, aggressive, relentless, hard-working. He's just a dogged offensive rebounder.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Porter. Fires from deep. That falls. Good assist by Love.
You know, Love is, as we've seen, a solid passer for a big man. Great at breaking down the defense and firing the pass to an open teammate.
Now here's Ennis. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Garland. Now here's Sexton. Headed by Augustine. Sexton's shot is good.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Three-pointer Augustine. It's Drummond with the rebound. The Cavaliers leading by 16.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Cleveland.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Drummond.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Inside, Vucevic.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency, huh? They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
They grabbed their own miss. The kick out to Porter. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. And the Cavaliers lead by 19.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory. Well, we've seen Vucevic expand his offensive repertoire, guys, adding to his old school post game. He's now demonstrating perimeter shooting and playmaking ability, and that's opening some eyes.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers.
How about this clear example of perseverance? I mean, he's in his 8th season before he makes an all-star game in 2019. Nikola Vucevic just stayed with it, continued to get better.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
Here's Osman. And Vucevic pulls it down.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
And Frazier with the basket on the assist by Vucevic.
Boy, Vucevic, so solid in all fundamentals of the game and really an outstanding passer for a big guy.
And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah,
body fluid and goaltend.
What does that mean for gameplay in NBA 2K21 for the next generation?
Yeah, and that's, whenever we have a new console year, that's something that always excites us as developers because we're always able to look and kind of dream bigger. And for us, it just meant, faster processing and meant more memory. Just the ability to do things that we couldn't do in last generation. And so for us, it's...
The buildings of Indianapolis are location tonight. And with...
When the Pacers traded away Paul...
A lot of optimism. Thanks, DA. A look at the starting group for the Magic. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the 3 spot. And for Indiana, Oren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. Then there's Oladipo, and it's Holiday in at the 2. Doris, 4 years and $76 million for Aaron Gordon. And good money if you can get it.
No doubt, Kevin. And in today's NBA, Aaron Gordon is well worth it. This guy is on the upswing of his career. He's got plenty of room for growth. Tremendous athlete and getting more and more skilled.
Now, here's Fournier. After T.J. Warren's miss, here's Gordon. And foul on the shot. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Well, there's a versatility and a fearlessness about which Aaron Gordon goes about his business. This guy can be an effective two-way player who's got to keep working on the defensive end.
Here's Fournier after Malcolm Brogdon's bucket. Fournier dishes to Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Well, Evan Fournier is a fundamentally sound player, and if his teammates are open, he will deliver the rock.
Double team on Holiday. And he makes that one.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
So it's Orlando now, following the score by Indiana. Vucevic to the pass to Gordon. Moves back up, and it's sent back by Turner.
I tell you, you love the attitude of Miles Turner. No one is getting off these shots when he's nearby. No one.
Vucevic to the pass to Gordon. Knocked loose. Brogdon against Augustine. Here's Oladipo. Rebounded by Vucevic.
You will have to finish harder than that if you want to convert in traffic.
And you look at this Magic roster, so much potential.
I think, Greg, they have done a great job of drafting to the style of play they want to play. Guys who want to get after it on the defensive end. Guys who can switch and slide on the perimeter. Guys who can protect the rim. That is the backbone of this organization.
Now here's Fournier, following the miss by Miles Turner. The shot's good from Fournier.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here.
And a chance to check out some stats for Gordon. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. He's averaging 15 points a game, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists. He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it to me is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
Oladipo with the ball. Now guarded by Vucevic. Indiana again missing.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Good on the shot.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Looking to end the run, and Oladipo with the lay-in. Good.
You can see over time, Oladipo has so added to his offensive arsenal. You love to see the confidence with which he's playing.
Now here's Fournier. He has 5. He feeds it to Vucevic over Turner, and it's Vucevic missing. Pacers trail by 8. Power down with both hands.
Well, this is one aspect you'd like to see more of from T.J. Warren. We know he's a great scorer, pretty dime there. Well, you think back to T.J. Warren and how good he has been for the last few years. And yet last season, he took a huge step forward by adding the three-pointer to his arsenal.
It's stolen by Vucevic. To the middle. They get a hand on it. Fournier against Oladipo. And there's the pass to Turner. Launches it. Oladipo misses. Magic leading by 9. Here's Gordon. Passes it to Fournier. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Feeds it to Turner. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist.
You can get a real sense that Victor Oladipo loves sharing the wealth. What a nice look.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Fournier finds Ross. On the wing, Gordon. Back to Ross. 6 on the shot clock. Gordon, the pass to Fournier. Off target from 3-point range. Now the Pacers moving it up. Here's Augustine. And so it's Orlando. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. We've got more in store for you right after this. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. They've got Terrence Ross. Michael Carter-Williams is out there with Fultz. And there's Mohamed Bamba. And it's Birch in at the 4.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
And something that's troubled Indiana the last 3 years, rebounding.
I think, Greg, it's probably manifested at both ends of the floor, right? Some of it's about roster construction. Some of it's about style of play. Some of it's about philosophy. But their inability to control the glass has at times had an impact on them. Well, the decision-making getting better with more repetition. Mo Bamba starting to feel out the defense.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Holiday's got his first 3 points of the game.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Pass to Carter-Williams. Ross on the wing. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Fultz, no good. And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Indiana. 6-point game. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. Doris, if you were going to build a team around one player, who would that player be?
Well, I think because of his age and continued growth opportunity, I would probably say Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's playing at an MVP level. He's still got another decade where he's probably in the peak range of his playing capabilities. And the reality is Giannis still has so much growing to do. He's a force at the rim. He continues to build that three-point game. And Kev, once he gets that in-between game, he will be unguardable.
Can't argue with that at all. Here's McConnell. The Magic getting the bucket. Birch grabs the board.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And here's what the schedule for Orlando looks like. On Sunday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets. And then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons.
And when you look at the Kings matchup, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Aaron Holiday is checked in for Edmund Sumner. Holiday gets the bucket.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Bamba kicks to Ennis. Pass to Fultz. Out to the wing. Here's Carter-Williams. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Pacers trail by 7. Holiday, the pass to Holiday. And a miss there on the triple. The Magic have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Here's Sampson, guarded by Fultz. It's tipped. Birch, the pass to Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
Boy, you better keep the 7-footer Mo Bamba away from the cup. What an easy finish.
2 minutes.
McConnell's scanning the floor. Here's Sampson, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. The pass to Ennis. Lots of room. Second shot opportunity. Birch's shot's good. Birch has got his second basket of the night.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And Holiday kicks to Sampson. Now, here's McConnell. Carter-Williams covering. No good on the 3. Orlando leading by 9.
And the Magic, one of those franchises that's still looking for its first title.
And Greg, they've been to the NBA Finals twice, but boy, did they run up against 2 of the all-time great individual closers in history. 1995, Hakeem Olajuwon says no to the Magic. 2009, the Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant, says, no, sir, I'm getting another championship.
The Magic making a switch here. Vucevic, he's checked in for Bamba. Gordon comes in for Cam Birch. Fournier's checked in for James Ennis. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Michael Carter-Williams. Now here is Augustine. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Turner. For the Pacers, they come in off a loss to the Celtics.
And given their performance in that game, which was not necessarily a work of art, I had a hard time believing it wound up being as close as it did.
Yeah, it felt like the other side simply allowed them to hang in, and the score reflected that.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and gameplay. Vucevic to the pass to Gordon. Up and in for the basket, number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Well, you have to admire the strength of Aaron Gordon. This guy is adept at finding his way through intense defense.
Here's Brogdon. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Passes it to Gordon. Shoots over Warren, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
You can see how effective he can be when he's engaged. T.J. Warren.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Best. Out in front at the half is Orlando. They have a solid 8-point lead. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Well, you got to like what Aaron Gordon has done in this game.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Victor Oladipo. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon, and it's Holiday in at the 2 guard. So that's the group out there for Indiana. And it's Gordon missing. Pacers trail by 8. 7 feet, 260 pounds. Vucevic has a big, strong body with great footwork inside doors, but he doesn't shoot a lot of free throws.
He doesn't, Kevin, and he can struggle at times to finish through contact. If he were a better leaper, I think he'd get to the line more. This guy is just so smart and elusive with his footwork. So this is a big-time player now, make no mistake.
And it's sent back by Turner. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Turner. And Indiana making a change here. Sumner's checked in. Here are the Magic now. They've held a 12-point lead early. Hits. Count that one from Ennis.
Their first basket in 4 tries. Let's see if that basket gets them going. It can be contagious now.
And Brogdon has got the ball here for the Pacers. Trailing here by 8. And they're off to Philadelphia after this game as they'll take on the 76ers. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Here's Turner. A beautiful reverse layup. Turner's got his second basket of the game.
You can see how comfortable Miles Turner is on the interior. He knows he has the size and length to dominate.
Gordon finds Augustine. Drains it from beyond the arc. Augustine's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
As you and I were just talking about this, as more and more players are going public with their trade requests, do you think that's had a negative impact on the game?
Well, Kevin, I certainly think it makes long-term planning for NBA franchises a lot more difficult because contractually we are not seeing them hold true to the particular organization they may have signed that contract with. The reality is this in today's NBA. You've got to be nimble as an organization, and you have got to be attractive to them. And I mean that with great ownership, great leadership, and who are the players currently in your system. You have got to be incredibly nimble to be successful in today's NBA.
Oh, the power on that throwdown!
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still, a magnificent move to the rim. Pass to Carter Williams. Gordon dishes to Ross. Shot clock at 5. Free throw line jump shot. Second chance shot, and it's good for 2. Vucevic has got his second bucket of the night.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. And a moment now to look at the numbers for Miles Turner. He's putting up about 12 points a game, just over 2 blocks and 6 rebounds. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
To the inside. Nice move. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
I think the Indiana Pacers, as an organization, a team that tries to grow its own superstars. Miles Turner, certainly a guy in that conversation. The 11th pick back in 2015. He has gotten better every single year.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. McDermott's checked in for Victor Oladipo, and it's T.J. McConnell in for Edmund Sumner. They get it back. Bamba passes to Gordon. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And let's take this moment to check out the point guards with the highest shooting percentage from the last 10 games. Markelle Fultz on top.
And he's been even more accurate with his shooting than he's been with his passing. Just a terrific percentage from the field.
You have to keep in mind, a lot of those shots are coming from the perimeter. To have that kind of field goal percentage from the point guard spot is pretty amazing.
And Doris, you look at Turner's input. It's definitely at both ends of the floor.
No doubt, Kev. Turner was the league leader in blocks last season. He became a much more efficient three-point shooter. And now, all of a sudden, he's becoming a better facilitator out of the post. Just great development.
The shake. Hits the lamp after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Fultz has got the lead up to 13 now for Orlando. And Holiday kicks to McConnell. Here's Sampson, defended by Gordon. Sampson's shot is off.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And it's Gordon. That time on the assist from Ross. And that's 15 points for Aaron Gordon.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Warren's checked in for Indiana. Aaron Holiday comes in for Justin Holiday. Vucevic checked in for Orlando.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Fournier pass to Gordon. To the left side wing. And Fournier kicks to Fultz. Ross for 3. A rebound by Bitadze. Pacers trail by 15. Back to Holiday. Now here's McDermott. He's guarded close over Ross. McDermott can't get it to go. And so it's the Orlando Magic riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And
that was all decision making.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the small forward position.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really hard. That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
To the paint. Fournier in the corner. 7-foot shot. And the basket good. A bank shot that time.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Holiday looking for an opening. McDermott, no one around him. Nice shot from the wing. McDermott's got his first points of the game.
Well, McDermott's known for that catch-and-shoot game. The rise and fire on the catch. Pretty.
And out of of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. Oladipo, he's checked in for Indiana. Pacers trail by 13. Brogdon with it. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Brogdon's got 4 this quarter.
And he has found the stroke, folks. Continues to knock down shot after shot. Perfection thus far.
Gordon, the pass to Ennis. Orlando moving the ball around. Inside. Here's Vucevic. Bank shot. No good.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch.
Oladipo dishes to Holiday. From 11 feet away. And Turner kicks to Holiday. Puts up a 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
Vucevic, the pass to Ennis. Out left to the wing. Outside Fournier. Ennis with the ball. He's against Turner. Vucevic, and he's finally able to knock one down. And the Magic lead by 10.
Well, Vucevic understands that the mid-range is a part of his game that he can go to at any point.
Count that bucket. 16 points for Malcolm Brogdon.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Gordon kicks to Ennis. Got a piece of it. Outside Fournier. It's good. The assist that time from Ennis. Ennis has got 3 assists tonight. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching, and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the basement.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And
wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
And the basket by Gordon.
Boy, how about the tenacity of Aaron Gordon? So good at being assertive and taking over the offense when necessary.
Down low. And Turner the bucket on the assist by Warren. Warren's got 5 assists in the game. 1:09 left here in the fourth quarter. Vucevic down low. Guarded by Holiday. Ennis. No good with the triple.
Got his hand out enough on that one to bother the three-point attempt. Great hustle on that one.
You know, we talk about this time and time again, trying to stay connected to shooters along the perimeter. Nicely done.
Now Fournier. Left side Gordon. He kicks to Augustine. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Here's Ennis. Another shot. Gordon. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Malcolm Brogdon.
And this, to me, is where Aaron Gordon can excel. This guy embraces contact on the way up.
Gordon hits both of them.
That's what you call slamming the door. This one is over.
They can score it here, but it won't mean much.
Kevin, turn out the lights. This party's over.
It might be. And so the Magic can now just hold on to the ball. He dishes it to Ennis. It's stolen by Johnson. Pass to Sumner. Trying his luck from deep. Leaf. Nice persistence to tip it back up and in.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? And so it's Orlando winning this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA...
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
I think the big next step you're going to see is just immediately when you play the game, it's going to feel completely different. From there, we're able to just add so much more on top of that to make it feel even better. So,
all right, let's talk specific modes. Anything new that you can tell us about?
Well, we didn't want to unveil too much new stuff today with new modes. But one thing I will say is that fans of the WNBA are going to be very excited for what we're bringing to the table with next gen.
Obviously, the 2K.
The Chicago River winding its way through. Just now to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Young.
Defensively, he's really stepped it up over the past few months. You can see the jump in his steal numbers, and it hasn't been by accident. He's put in a ton of effort at the defensive end, and boy, is it paying off.
A look at the Magic starting group. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the 3, the small forward. And for Chicago, Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's White in at the point. Porter kicks to White. This end of the season awards already being debated. What did it mean to you when you were named All-NBA?
Well, it meant a lot, especially in my era, again, of playing against the best power forwards, I feel, in a group of all time. And so it meant a lot. There's only one power forward position, and so to be on that All-NBA team, it's something that's more special to me than being an all-star, because it's not about being the best 12 or 24. It's about being the best 5 in the league. And so those moments were always special, being named the first team NBA.
And like you said, you played in the golden era as the best players ever to play that position.
I tell you what, I think I played in the era where anyone that you would have picked in the power forward from the Western Conference, I couldn't have been upset at over myself, because everyone played in such a dominating fashion and teams were winning, and I knew personally how hard it was to guard these guys one-on-one.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Augustine dishes to Fournier, and that one is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. You had to bring much faster help than that.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Now here's Gordon. His last outing, he had 8 points. Good work there as it goes.
Oh, good interior offense. Those passes have to be right on target.
Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Passes it to Levine. The 19-foot shot, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Levine's got 5 points so far.
And a solid playmaker, White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Augustine passes to Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
He gives up a lot of size to most other power forwards, but not too many of them can fly like he can.
Now in his 6th season in the NBA, hard to believe Aaron Gordon is still just 24 years of age.
Not much older than some rookies coming in. You wonder what his ceiling will be.
They grab their own miss. The shot's good from Carter.
Well, he's just such a terrific offensive rebounder. I mean, Carter Jr. excels at using his big body to his advantage on the glass.
Fournier passes to Gordon. And it's sent back by Carter. Here's White. It's Chicago with another bucket.
Capable of doing many things well. Levine has a good sense of when his guys are open.
Outside Fournier. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Ennis dishes to Augustine. Porter with the steal. And here comes White, leading the fast break. Takes it off the glass. White's got his second basket.
Like the vision from Porter, not just looking for his own shot, constantly looking to get it to the open man.
Carter against Vucevic. Augustine passes to Gordon. Got a piece of it. Left side, Porter. And that one drops for him.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Gordon kicks to Vucevic. Sinks that one from the post.
That's just the product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
The Bulls leading by 5. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. Kem Birch comes in for Ennis. Ross is checked in for Fournier. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Augustine. Now here's Gordon. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Dunn. No good on the triple. Last outing for the Bulls, it was a loss to the Magic. And Bamba with the basket on the assist from Fultz.
Wow, solid court awareness. Leave someone open on Fultz squad and you're going to regret it.
Young for 3. Unable to get that one. He got it up. No good. Shot missing. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. It's Chicago. They lead by 1. And we'll get the second quarter. We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Well, it's part of their strategy coming in, no doubt. And there may not be that much their opponent can do about it.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. They've got Bamba. Fultz is out there with Carter Williams. Then it's Terrence Ross. And it's Birch in at the foursome. And yes, it's good. Dunn's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Bulls. Now Carter Williams. 20 points for him last game against Chicago. Fultz, no good. The Bulls leading by 3. And Coach Jim Boylan agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylan, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
Some changes for Chicago. Valentine's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. And it's Shaquille Harrison in for Satoransky. kept alive, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Bamba. Let's take this chance to go to the 2K leaderboard and display the best free throw shooters of the second half of the season. Fifth best, Michael Carter-Williams.
And one look at his numbers since the break, and you can see how comfortable he's been at the foul line.
In the corner, Valentine with it. Back to Harrison. Pass to Young. Cornette, great positioning on the putback.
I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those tip-ins.
Fultz, the pass to Birch. And so Orlando again turning it over. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. And take a look at the Magic. They're good enough for 8th place in the conference right now, looking to hold on to that. And, of course, Chicago. They just haven't had the type of record they've wanted.
And seeing where the Magic are, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
Yeah, they're kind of in that caught-in-the-middle type group. You know what I mean? You wonder if they need a personnel change to get over the hump.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. Now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hanno Matala, who was actually Lauri's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me on the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude. David, thanks. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Magic moving the ball around. For three, Ross. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there. Here's Harrison. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around. Just when you look around the NBA, which player most emulates the style and approach that you have, and you were special. But so you've got to have a very special category for this one, I'm sure.
Well, thanks, Ken. That's flattering. I like to be in the categories with these guys because I'm such fans of them. But Blake Griffin, when I think about him, and also Joel Embiid, the fact that Embiid can shoot out on the floor, he can space up, but in the post, he likes to go to work as well. I just think he gives you such a mix of offensive moves that you can't stop. That as a defender, you're always worried and on guard and looking over your shoulder because you don't know what he's going to hit you with because he has so many options.
But in my mind, there's only one Chris Webber.
No, thanks, man.
It's good on the putback. And it's 8 points for Mohamed Bamba.
The activity from Bamba when he's playing with a high motor, watch out.
To the paint. And Cornette gets it to go. And the Bulls lead by 5.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And the dunk by Bamba.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Dunn dishes to Valentine. Back to Dunn. Lets the 3 fly. And Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Ross with a wide open look. And they're unable to get the tying basket there.
And if they're thinking they can get a 2-for-1 here.
And you just have to manage the clock correctly. Now, sometimes it's easier said than done if you also want to get a good look.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Fultz the pass to Ross. Looking for Young. He gets it there.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, no need to get the ball back here. You want to close this quarter with momentum.
15 seconds left in the first half of the game. Ross with it. No points in the game yet for him. Carter-Williams kicks to Bamba. Just 3 on the clock, and it's blocked. And that concludes the first half. Bulls lead by 7. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the side.
Thanks very much, Coach. The offense seemed to struggle a bit early on. What did you...
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. They were on a nice little roll in that opening period. And that should do it with the second half about to begin.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, one half to go. And guys, you know, Mohamed Bamba has really been making it happen.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
Markkanen and Carter are up front. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. And it's Cornette in at the 1. And that's the move for Jim Boylan as we begin the second half.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Oh, you're right, and I love the opportunistic approach. These kinds of hustle plays can be game changers.
Porter, no luck. And Vucevic has got the ball here for the Magic. It's a 5-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Here's Cornette, currently averaging almost 6 points a game.
Well, you talk about physical gifts for the game. Mo Bamba, a 7-footer with the longest wingspan, 7'9.5", and that gives him a huge sphere of influence.
13 feet away. The shot misses, so the Bulls will take it the other way. Here's Cornette. 6 points for him. He kicks it to Levine. The 15-footer, and Carter with the basket on the assist by Levine. And it's a 7-point Bulls lead. You look at Bamba able to touch the rim while still on the ground. And he gets off the ground pretty well, too.
A good athlete, still getting stronger and developing his feel for the game. But he has something you just can't teach.
Easy to see why Levine won the dunk contest in 2016.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Chandler Hutchison. He's checked in for Porter. Satoransky comes in for Zach LaVine. And it's White in for Luke Cornette.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. White's running. That's in there. Carter with the assist. White's got 4 this quarter.
His energy level has never dropped in this game. I mean, he's working his tail off. And the D struggling to keep up.
Augustine passes to Vucevic. This is to Ennis. He feeds it to Gordon. Now the pass to Vucevic. Just 4 to shoot. And it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Gordon.
Who knows what this score would look like if he wasn't on his game tonight.
2 points. That one goes.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
It's Fournier on the wing. Satoransky covering.
An aggressive defender. Carter Jr. also excels at using his physical advantages to turn shots back.
The Magic trail by 11. Now here's Vucevic. He's got 8. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Hey, Chris, this year pioneer Chuck Cooper inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. Long overdue, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, he was the first African-American player ever to be drafted. I mean, let's just think about that. Jackie Robinson of basketball. He paved the way, and What he endured, and his teammates, by the way, of all colors, is well documented. And I think the Celtics need to, and I think they will retire his number 11 and have it hang up in that famed Raptors of theirs over there.
I agree. Feeds it to Augustine. Gordon trying to break loose. Got that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Augustine. For Chicago, they've gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Markkanen finds White. Here's Hutchison, led by Augustine. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. A putback, and Markkanen on the follow. Markkanen's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Pass to Vucevic. It's stolen by Carter. White looking around. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Yeah, under control. White has those short, quick strides.
Over to the wing. Ennis dishes to Vucevic, and Vucevic throws it down.
The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set him up.
The Bulls leading by 9. Here's Satoransky. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. Satoransky's got his first bucket of the night. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Ennis. Augustine from outside. Hutchison with the rebound. Markkanen kicks to Satoransky. His 3-pointers off the mark. Fournier for 3, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Bulls. And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Orlando. They trail by 11. 4th quarter on the floor for the Magic. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fultz and Ross pair up to make the backcourt. And it's Fournier in at the small forward. And for the Bulls, their shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. Young passes to Dunn. Goes up the baseline. Another one falls for Chicago.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
The Magic trail by 11. Here's Fournier, offensive rebound. And Vucevic kicks to Fournier, sinks the 15-footer.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Yeah, it seems like whenever one team scores, the other comes right back with a bucket of its own.
Here's Levine, and the jam by Levine.
The quickness Levine possesses is just fantastic. At times, he overwhelms you with it on these drives inside.
The Magic have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Pass to Gordon. Kicks it to Vucevic. Back to Gordon. To the inside. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
Some changes for Chicago. Carter, he's checked in for Young. Lauri Markkanen comes in for Denzel Valentine. And it's Shaquille Harrison in for Dunn. The Bulls leading by 11. Just over a minute and a half played here in the 4th. On the wing, Porter. There's the 3. Orlando grabs the miss. Ross kicks to Fournier. He dishes it to Gordon. Fultz looking around. Back to Gordon. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. It's going to be on Wendell Carter. Satoransky's checked in for Chicago. And we're around 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here. Outside Levine. And then Levine with the jam.
Looking comfortable in the pick-and-roll action. Levine just taking what he sees in these sets.
Now here's Fultz. Satoransky covering. Gordon dishes to Fournier. Here's Vucevic. And it's sent back by Carter. Here's Porter. And he banks in the layup. And it's a 12-point Bulls lead.
Oh, easy look provided by Carter Jr. Always helps when your bigs can move the rock.
Fultz the pass to Gordon. Back to Fultz. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Carter's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Satoransky. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Gordon. The Magic trail by 12. Fournier goes in. Chalk up 2 there. Fournier's got 4 points in the quarter.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Levine against Ross. And then Levine with the jam.
Entire arsenal right now. Levine so outstanding, scoring in a multitude of ways.
And Zach Levine gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Magic, and this comes in for Terrence Ross. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Fultz. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. Vucevic finds Augustine. Orlando gets it back. Now Ennis. The pass to Fournier. Back to Gordon. Clock at 4. Tries again. Here's Vucevic. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
Just creating havoc for the opponents the last few games.
It's all clicking for him right now. I mean, they got to body him up better than that.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Bulls.
Their shot blocking turned out to give them a big advantage in this game.
Yeah, excellent defense around the rim there, Kevin. That they were disciplined and focused.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still 2 more to go in the season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Zach Levine.
He was the one dictating the pace tonight, playing up-tempo or slowing it down, but always scoring.
And so Satoransky will bring it up for the Bulls. Pass to Markkanen. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
Given his size and skill set, Markkanen is hard to deal with, especially when he's looking to score.
First free throw is good. And Markkanen drops them both.
You got to just have a sense of calm at the line. He has it here, and he just put the game to bed.
And good that time.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it. And that's a shame.
The first one falls. No good on the second free throw.
And that should be enough to get the job done, even though he didn't get all of them.
Here's Frazier. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It goes on Denzel Valentine.
When you're open, Carter Williams will find you. He knows his role well.
And the free throw, no good. Here's Dunn. Goes back up to the left wing. Three-pointer. And again, Chicago. No good. And so it's Chicago winning this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. benefits to the stick, resulting in unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Obviously, the 2K community wants to know more about 2K21, so we wanted to invite one member of the 2K community on the show today.
Welcome, Agent 00 to 2K TV. Agent, what has been up lately?
I've just been focusing on content, to be honest with you. That's really been it. That's been my life. Every moment from when I wake up to when I go to sleep, I'm just working on some kind of different video. Mike, you've been ghost, man. You've just been like, man, where am I?
Up next, the Magic taking on the Cavaliers. Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it's Noche NBA, a celebration of the amazing Latin culture in this league. DA, it's all yours. Well, great attitude. His work inside, a big part of it, DA. Thanks. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Magic, Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the 3. Fournier's shot is off. So for the Magic, their last game, a loss to the Bulls.
And for the Cavs, their number one goal is to identify a young superstar to build around.
They've had a nice collection here of guys that they hope step up and step out. Cleveland's only 2 Rookie of the Year award winners have been LeBron James and Kyrie Irving. Franchise changers hard to find.
Brandon, looking ahead to the playoffs, when you made your first postseason appearance, were you surprised by the intensity you found once you got there?
Kevin, it was my second season. I was playing for the Clippers, so getting into the playoffs was quite miraculous on its own accord for the organization. But the level of detail in the playoffs and intensity in the playoffs, they know everything that you're going to do. And we were playing against the Utah Jazz, which at that time...
Some pretty good players.
Yes, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Jeff Hornacek, the great Jerry Sloan as a head coach. It was a wonderful experience, but you understood that the playoffs were different. Absolutely something different in terms of the intensity and what it is that that team knew about you.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Vucevic to the pass to Gordon. Back to Vucevic over Drummond. And the shot is long. Cleveland has come out of the gates quickly. 4-point game. Last time they met in Cleveland.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, that had to have been #1 priority for the coaching staff coming into this one, limiting those turnovers and making sure they don't beat themselves this time.
Vucevic gets double-teamed. Count it. Good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
Here's Sexton. No good that time. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago to the right side. Fournier passes to Augustine over Sexton. And that one hits back iron.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
I'll be honest, I thought there's no way that he's missing that close. That's a bunny. Give it up for the aggressive defense, Kevin. Beautiful assist in transition. They beat the defense down the floor. The ball always wins.
Cavaliers leading. There's Garland. No good that time. Gordon with the defensive effort. Augustine against Love. Takes the three. Ennis misses. And Love's got the ball here for the Cavaliers. Drummond passes to Love. Here's Osman. 9 points last game out. And there's the call on James Ennis. That'll be his second foul of the game. Orlando making some changes. Ross is checked in for James Ennis. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Augustine. Windler, the pass to Drummond. Vucevic with the block. Clock at 6. There's Porter with the three. Orlando grabs the miss. 1:46 left here in the first quarter. Here's Ross. He nails it, and we're tied up.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Garland dishes to Nance. Cleveland moving the ball around. Garland with the bucket.
Well, that just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
Outside Fournier. Kicks it to Vucevic. Pass to Fultz. Off his foot. And the ref's whistling a kickball. So for the Magic, Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Cam Birch comes in for Aaron Gordon. And it's Carter Williams in for Evan Fournier. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Drummond. Back to Bamba. Over Thompson. Nice shot there by Bamba.
Yeah, still working on his jumper. But you can see Bamba has the touch to score from there.
To the middle, Thompson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
We've seen this explosion of Canadian players in the NBA. And really, Tristan Thompson led that way. The 4th pick back in 2011. Thompson was, at that point, the highest drafted Canadian in NBA history.
Inside, here's Bamba, and the dunk by Bamba.
Yeah, that 7'9" wingspan on full display there. Bamba swooping in with authority.
There's the pass to Nance. Outside Porter. And Thompson kicks to Porter. Pass to Windler. Launches a three. Sinks the three-pointer.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Fultz. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Oh, yeah. When Larry Nance Jr. sees a chance to throw it down, he'll throw down.
Back to Birch. Over Thompson. They get the rebound. Bamba. Good D by Thompson. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Cavaliers ahead. Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
They've got Bamba. Carter Williams is out there with Fultz. Then it's Terrence Ross, and it's Birch in at the 4. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Pushing it up. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Birch has got 4 this quarter.
I really like the awareness from Fultz. It has an ability to know when one of his guys is wide open.
Each year, so many coaching changes. Brent, do you feel they generally get too much blame when things go wrong?
I don't know if blame is the word, Kevin. That's just the easy out for a lot of organizations that want to make some changes. The main thing that's frustrating, I think, for the coaching fraternity is patience. You have to be realistic about the potential of your team and how much time it takes to grow what it is that coach's culture is all about. That's where teams sometimes lose out and give up on somebody a little bit early.
But these guys go into it eyes wide open.
Oh, there's no question about it. And really good coaches in the NBA know that it might not last all that long. So they're going to be who they are. That's who you want to hire. Hire a coach who knows exactly who he is, both coming in the door and walking away.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Passes it to Ross. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Birds the pass to Ross. He kicks it to Bamba. Over Thompson. Aaron Enns comes up with the rebound.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
Out to the wing. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Here's Windler. Carter Williams covering. Poked loose. Ross passes to Bamba. Ross on the wing. The tray. And the 3 ball is good. Ross has got 5 now.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Pass to Fultz. The 10-footer. And the shot goes in. Fultz has got the game tied up here for the Magic.
And how about the quick fire release of Fultz? It is difficult to guard. You know he's thinking about shooting as the pass is coming his way. And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now here's Ross. D right on him. Back to Birch. It's rebounded by Cleveland. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. And they're in the thick of this long road run. That's the 3rd of 7 straight on the road. The Magic have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Carter Williams, the pass to Ross. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Shot on the wing. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to Chicago. Carter Williams dishes to Ross. And the pass to Bamba. Here's Birch. Trying to find Bamba. He gets it to him. And the shot goes in. Bamba's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket. Well, with Tristan's motor and that kind of reach, great job on finishing off the alley-oop.
You know, some people, Brent, have compared the hard-nosed Garland and Sexton to Russell Westbrook. What do you think?
I think that might be overshooting it a little bit. Russell is Russell, quite frankly, but at 6'2" with those long arms, is he a bigger version of maybe Eric Bledsoe, who played his early years with the Clippers and now with the Bucks, where he can get out and defend, use that body and size a little bit to bowling ball his way into the interior and make some things happen.
Loving the toughness there from Bamba. Just needs to keep proving that he's not to be messed with.
Porter passes to Thompson. Cleveland moving the ball around. Sexton kicks to Thompson. Near the three-point line, it's Porter. They get it again. The shot by Thompson, no good.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Back to Carter Williams. Shoots a three. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Kindler, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Markelle Fultz.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Cavaliers have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. He hits both from the stripe.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Back to Augustine. The high post shot. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. The game was always within a fairly narrow. And that...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. One of the stories here, Mohamed Bamba getting it done today.
Yeah, and I don't know if anybody saw this offense coming from him, but it's been key for his team.
Yeah, and I'm not sure coming into this game he felt like he could dominate in the way he's doing so now. Been phenomenal.
Tipping off the second half, here's John Beeline's 5. Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Kevin Love out there with Andre Drummond, and it's Garland in at the point. Outside Fournier. And the layup's good off the glass. Fournier's got it all tied up now for the Magic.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team. Just fighting tonight.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
How about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
What improvements, Brent, do you like to see out of players going from season 1 to their second season in the league?
Biggest thing, Kevin, turnovers. Player comes into the league, has an opportunity to play, wants to rush things, plays too fast, doesn't have an ability to slow down and make reads. From season 1 to season 2, and given the role and responsibility for that player, when you watch a guy whose ability to take away the mistakes, the simple mistakes he made last year, that's growth.
Because it's connected to so many other areas of his game.
Right, and he's not trying to do things that he wasn't capable of doing when he came into the league last year. He's understanding more of where it is that he's best suited in possessions and for that offense.
Good explanation. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Love the pass to Drummond. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Augustine finds Vucevic over to the left wing, to the inside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he can't get the first one.
Nikola Vucevic.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Here's Sexton. That one good for 2. Sexton's got 10 points.
Too easy that time. Sexton sniffing it out and then getting to an area on the floor that made that one easy.
Vucevic the pass to Gordon. Up and in on the layup. And the Magic lead by 1.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Good. And 12 points for Garland Sexton.
Well, this is the one guy you did not want to see get started. He started. Garland Sexton describes himself as a combo guard who likes to stay in attack mode and is very explosive. When he sees a gap and he gets into seams, he gets down there and tries to make some things happen.
And Sexton, a combo guard. That's far more of a scorer than probably a playmaker.
I think that's really what he's aiming for. He likes to watch film on Russell Westbrook and James Harden, and as we know, Kevin, watching those two play, they are very hungry and thirsty to score on a nightly basis. I think that's where Colin is pretty much laying the foundation of his game.
Vucevic against Drummond. Pass to Osman. Shot from the top of the key. And no good. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. Players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. Some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. Cavaliers have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. Now, here's Garland. Headed by Augustine. Here's Drummond. Kicks to Garland. Osman, the pass to Garland. Quarter outside. Rebounded by Vucevic. Orlando, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. And that one drops. Fournier's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
And a chance to check out some stats for Gordon. His last.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The Magic making a switch here. Passes checked in to the paint. And it's blocked by Gordon. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon. 35 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Passes to Windler. Shot clock at 6. Porter looking it over.
Well, both him and the team seem to be off their game right now, and the frustration is clearly mounting as the clock is winding down.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Fournier goes in. Good if it goes, and it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And the NBA.
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Magic lead by 4. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Markelle Fultz out there with DJ Augustin. And it's Ross in at the 3. This is out there for Orlando. Fultz, the pass to Augustine. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Fultz has got his 3rd assist on the night. The Cavaliers trail by 8. From the line, up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Now that's what Tristan Thompson does best, just working the glass and working the D over.
It's intercepted. Here's Porter. It's stolen by Vucevic. Gordon inside, working on Love, and the basket by Gordon.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
This team did something in halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
High post Vucevic, and he can't extend the lead to double digits. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Trailing here by 8. The shot by Sexton, no good. For Orlando, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
And the first one drops.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And as he's checked in for Orlando. The Cavaliers trail by 10 to the middle, and stolen by Gordon. Deep 2 from Ross. He drains the quick shot.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And another miss by Cleveland. Here's Orlando now. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry.
Yeah, Love can hurt you down there. He uses his body as a shield, creates the space, got in tight, finished that one off.
Count it. Gordon's got the lead up to 14 now for the Magic.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Garland, no good. Magic have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the 4th so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Garland kicks to Sexton.
2 minutes, less than 2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
6 to shoot. Dishes to Drummond. Garland, the pass to Sexton. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation. Evan Fournier is checked in for Terrence Ross. Magic leading by 16. Right wing. Back to Augustine. Fournier pass to Gordon. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. Augustine's got 6 assists now in the game. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Magic.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Aaron Gordon.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
Well, Orlando shooting the lights out in this building, 68% from the field. Carter Williams kicks to Gordon. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Another shot, and it's good on the layup.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game. Nice delivery there. You can't hesitate when a man comes free on the perimeter. He got it, went right into the shot.
Here's a one-do. Bamba, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
The activity from Bamba, when he's playing with a high motor, watch out.
Here's Bell, and that comes off the assist by Exum.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Nice shot there by Bamba.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
And you could tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
There's not a lot of guards in this league who like the Knights that Matthew.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and Dave.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
We've just been like, man, where Mike at? We just want to hear something from Mike.
I can either tweet or I can make a game, my man.
Word, and we'd rather have you making the game. I bet.
Agent, as we come to a close on
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interest.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation. Well, you better believe it. Outstanding, David. Thank you. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. Then there's Oladipo. And it's Holiday in at the 2 guard. And for Orlando, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the 3 slot.
And you look out there at the Magic, one of the taller teams in our league.
And, you know, that's a philosophical bent for the front office. They want long, athletic players. Draft guys with great length and then develop their strength and skill level. And I actually kind of like that approach. Have a philosophy, stick to it, and be true to it.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
You know, he was the 16th pick in the 2011 NBA draft, and Vucevic became an All-Star for the first time in 2019. Took him a while, but he got there.
Clark, you look at the defensive metrics for Nikola Vucevic lately, very good. And yet, he's been considered a liability at that end. So, in your opinion, which is?
Yeah, you know, Kevin, I think it's a blend, quite honestly. The analytics say one thing, but in this day and age, the way the game is played, big centers are typically challenged from a mobility standpoint, especially trying to defend fleet-footed perimeter guys in pick-and-roll situations and in space. To Vucevic's credit, he's worked hard at becoming better, trying to be a better rim protector and recognize where he needs to be early on with anticipation. So he's making progress, but it's a blend in my mind.
And slam dunk by Vucevic.
You know, that kind of unselfishness, guys, from Augustine is really infectious, especially when it's coming from your point guard.
Here's Warren. Great D that time from Vucevic. For the Orlando Magic, they come into this one following a loss to the Bulls. That one goes. Count it.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
The Pacers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Pass to Warren. Outside to Brogdon. Back to Warren. And stolen by Gordon. And here comes the break. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Indiana off to a slow start. Searching for their first points of the game. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
Yeah, nowhere near at their best throughout the course of that game. A scrappy performance, but in the end, just not enough.
Yeah, a lot of character on display, a lot of guts. You're right. Even as shaky as they were, I would guess they felt they let one get away from them.
Trains the three-pointer.
Brogdon extremely confident because he knows he has the green light to fire off the catch.
Vucevic finds Augustine. Fournier against Holiday. Fournier pass to Gordon. Augustine looking around. 5 on the clock. And that one is off. Good work defensively by Turner. And Holiday, here we go. Zone defense, Clark, being played now by a lot of teams. It's amazing that even with that, the point totals just continue to rise.
And you know what? I attribute the point totals continuing to rise to a couple of things. One, the volume of three-point shots that are being taken. And I think teams are playing at a little faster pace universally. You don't see as much walking the ball up the floor as I think you may have seen in years past.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. McConnell kicks to McDermott. Down low. Here's Bitadze. Rebound by the Magic. The Pacers beat them last time when these two teams met in Indiana.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
Yeah, and that turned the tide, the rebounding differential. They've got to focus and make it a team effort to really pound the glass.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Well, so important to have three-point shooters that can stretch the defense and open things up. These small forwards have been doing just that over the last month. Fifth best, Doug McDermott.
I mean, you've got a dilemma when it comes to any of the guys on that list. Stay up tight on them on the perimeter, and you risk them blowing by you. But if you back off, you might get your feelings hurt.
Well, I think you've got to take the first approach, Greg. You got to get up into them. You can't give these guys any space to shoot the three.
Here's McConnell after the Magic pick up two. McDermott dishes to Sampson. And Holiday, here we go. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Markelle Fultz. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Edmund Sumner's checked in for T.J. McConnell. Here's Carter Williams. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Here's Bitadze. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Holiday with the 3. Offensive rebound.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Here's McDermott, and it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Off the inbound.
Excellent timing that time from Fultz. And I like the edge that he plays defense with. That's impressive for a young guy.
Here's Sumner. And finally they hit one. Now here's Carter Williams. 20 points for him last game against Chicago. Bamba kicks to Ross. The pass to Birch. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Ross has earned his reputation as a team-first guy. Excellent at distributing the ball.
And so it's the Orlando Magic heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And what do you guys think about the Magic here so far in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court right now for the Pacers. They've got McDermott, and it's Sumner in at the 1 spot. Fultz the pass to Bamba. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Good position that time around the bucket, and when Bamba does that, he's hard to stop.
Now, when you look at Mo Bamba, with his size, around 7'1" in height, Clark, the longest wingspan, arm span ever measured at the Combine, he can dominate inside.
And you know what, guys? The scary thing is he's got room to fill out. He's got room to add good muscle and weight to that frame. And once he does, he's going to be a nightmare to deal with.
Orlando making some changes. Vucevic checked in for Bamba. Gordon comes in for Cam Birch. And Evan Fournier subbed in for Michael Carter-Williams. Miles Turner, he's checked in for the Pacers. Warren comes in for Jakar Sampson.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Ross, that's good. Ross has got the lead up to 11 now for the Magic.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Passes it to McDermott. A floater. That one doesn't go. Great D that time from Vucevic. There's the dish to Ross.
You know, what a great job Nate McMillan has done since taking over as head coach, leading Indiana to 3 straight postseasons, and the style of play with which the team has played with, a credit to him and his staff.
DJ Augustine's checked in for Fultz. The Pacers also changing it up. Oladipo, he's checked in for McDermott. Malcolm Brogdon comes in for Justin Holiday, and it's T.J. McConnell in for Edmund Sumner.
Boy, that's outstanding court awareness from Oladipo. Head up and found the open man.
And Orlando making a change here. Ennis is checked in. The Pacers have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
Indiana moving it around. Warren against Vucevic. That one drops for him. Warren's got his first basket of the night. And a big part of McMillan's success, getting his guys, Clark, to play hard for him every night.
Yeah, and I think you're right, because this team gets the most out of itself. It's one thing to assemble talent. It's another to bring people together so they're playing for each other. And these guys do that night in and night out.
Here's Fournier.
Dependable at contesting shots without fouling. When Brogdon is hustling and on top of things like that, it's big time.
Here's Oladipo. Outside to Brogdon. Right side Turner. Oladipo outside. Just 4 to shoot. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And here's Warren for 3. And Vucevic pulls it down. And Vucevic has got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Here's Brogdon, and the layup falls. Brogdon's got 5.
Brogdon does a nice job using his body close to the basket. He's a strong guard who knows what to do down there.
And it's Vucevic missing. Pacers trail by 12. And then Oladipo with the jam.
Boy, he's got freakish athleticism, and you can see why he's participated in the slam dunk contest before. This guy can fly.
It's stolen by Oladipo. Unhindered, going all the way. Here's McConnell. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. Oladipo's got 3 assists in the game. Pass to Gordon. And here's Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
To the paint, stolen by Gordon.
And if they're thinking, they can get a 2-for-1 here.
Well, we'll see if they have the awareness to realize that.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Pacers trail by 12. Oladipo misses.
You know, even though it's a point-blank range shot, that's not an easy one, especially when the defense is that tight.
Augustine dishes to Fournier. The offensive rebound. Fires the 3. Here's Vucevic. Augustine passes to Fournier. Shoots over Warren. And so we wrap up the first half. Magic lead by 12. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Out in front at the half is Orlando. They are leading by 12. And Shaq, let's get your input. And that should do it.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, Vucevic, guys, has been exceptional.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the small forward position. This is out there for Orlando.
Yeah, the clever Frenchman, Fournier, solid at recognizing when the defense isn't covering one of his teammates.
And truly some significant roster changes for the Pacers this past summer.
Jeremy Lamb, Malcolm Brogdon, T.J. Warren. They've gotten younger and gotten better as well, if you ask me. Excellent work by the Pacers front office.
Augustine dishes to Fournier. Outside Gordon. It's not going to go for him. So Indiana will take it the other way. And they're off to Philadelphia after this game as they'll take on the 76ers. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Back to Vucevic. Turner with the steal. Here's Brogdon. Tries again. And they convert at last on attempt number 3. Brogdon's got 5 points now in the quarter. Pass to Ennis. Gordon with it. He kicks to Augustine. And there's the call on Malcolm Brogdon. That is his first foul of the game. Terrence Ross is checked in for Orlando. Markelle Fultz comes in for Fournier. Augustine passes to Gordon. And there it is for him. Gordon's got 10 points in the game.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
Brogdon the pass to Bitadze. Holiday with the 3. Rebound by the Magic. Vucevic has got his 8th rebound here tonight.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
McDermott with the double team. 2 on the clock. Ross with a wide open look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And now it's a 12-point Magic lead. Augustine against Brogdon. From outside the arc. There's Bitadze. Kicks to McDermott. Trains it from 9 feet away. McDermott's got his first basket.
And, you know, it's clear McDermott has practiced this shot thousands of times. Quick trigger.
And a finalist for Coach of the Year in 2019, Nick McMillan passing 600 wins last season.
Well, you think about that. That's an impressive milestone for an outstanding coach in Nate McMillan. He moved into the top 25 all-time in wins. He's had 2 other stops as a head coach, Portland and Seattle. And I think he's doing some of his best work with the Pacers.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Ahmed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. Kem Birch comes in for Aaron Gordon. And it's Carter Williams in for Augustine. Ross finds Carter Williams. Taken away by Holiday. A minute 50 left to play in the third. Sumner's shot is off. Magic leading by 11. Carter Williams the pass to Bamba. A rebound by Bitadze.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Fultz. And now Bamba pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
That's just a good job of recognizing when you have a chance to get the steal. I mean, Fultz doing a nice job showing off his defensive prowess.
The pass to Bitadze. Stolen by Bamba. Fultz dishes to Carter Williams. And 2 shots. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Deep 2 from Ross. And it's off the back rim, no good. And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for the Pacers. They trail by 14. Bamba with the block.
Boy, great timing and awareness there from Bamba. He sends shots away on the daily.
Evan Fournier's checked in for Orlando. And here are the Pacers now. Outside Holiday. Passes it to be Thompson. Holiday. It's good on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fellas.
Ross with room to shoot. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Boy, defense non-existent there, but they catch a break as he whiffs it.
Shots good by Turner.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear, it's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Fournier goes in. Here's Birch. Back to Ross. Over Holiday. A shot off that time. And so it's the Orlando Magic with a 10-point. Head coach Nate McMillan is mic'd up along the sidelines.
Offensively, okay, let's...
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. And so in the game for the Pacers, Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Then there's Oladipo, and it's Holiday in at the shooting guard position. Ennis misses.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Knocked away. Magic leading by 10. Back to Gordon. Second chance shot, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Boy, hard to say too much about the craftiness of Vucevic's game. I mean, oftentimes, because he's so clever and so good at drawing fouls, he just toys with defenders.
DJ Augustine's checked in for Fultz. And Indiana with a change here, too. Ogden's checked in. Pass to Holiday. Outside Warren. Clark, there are a lot of great playmakers in this NBA that sometimes we don't talk about or under the radar.
Yeah, there are. Again, there's so many outstanding players in a league of 30 teams. But, you know, Drew Holiday has been outstanding as a big playmaking guard, as good scoring the ball as he is playmaking. And Draymond Green, not a guard, but makes decisions and passes the ball like a high-level guard and is extremely valuable in that Warriors attack. Those two guys are a little bit undervalued for their ability to make their teammates better.
Good point. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday.
And they're showing much more focus here in the second half. More effort as well. And their offense starting to show signs of life.
And Fournier kicks to Gordon. Out to the right wing. Pass to Vucevic. Clock at 6. Stolen by Warren. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. Outside Warren. to Holiday. Over Gordon. The shot by Holiday, no good. Orlando leading by 9. Gordon, the pass to Fournier. Off on the layup.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too. Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
And Augustine kicks to Fournier. Stolen by Holiday. Here's the break. Oladipo with the ball. Now guarded by Ennis.
You know, you don't always get that opportunity, so those are the ones you hate to miss.
Feeds to Fournier. That shot missing. Nice D from Warren. Pacers trail by 7. Here's Oladipo, and it's blocked by Gordon.
At the defensive end, Gordon is very accomplished. I mean, he gets off the ground quickly and is an excellent shot blocker as a result.
And stolen by Fournier. And now Orlando on the break. Vucevic dishes to Gordon. Offline with his 3. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. They played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points.
Evolving as a leader right before our eyes. It's important that Turner continue to prove he can score in big moments.
Vucevic finds Fournier. Now Augustine. It's Fournier on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Augustine passes to Vucevic. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Magic making a switch here. Ross is checked in. .104 left in the fourth quarter. Oladipo. Vucevic with the block.
Get that weak stuff out of here. You can't come weak like that against Vucevic. He's going to send it back at you.
Good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Gordon. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Easy to see why Gordon has the ball in these moments. He's phenomenal at coming up big.
That free throw good from Gordon.
Oh, and he caps that off in style. He gets the finish with the harm. Huge possession there to extend the lead.
It counts. And now they trail by just 4.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Ennis gets to Augustine. Back to Ennis. Good ball movement here by the Magic. And there's the pass to Ross. It's good from long range. And the Magic lead by 7.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
From deep 3-point range, it's off. So the Magic win it. It was a change.
puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
2K20, what was your favorite part of that game?
Honestly, my favorite part is just playing with my friends at the end of the day, but I'm on the park most of the time anyway. So I'm just looking for new park experiences. But actually, this is mad underrated, is team up. I found out I like team up because I never really played on that side of things. And I played a game with you, LD, and I was like, man, this is a genuine good time. And
A spectacular sight as we approach our broadcast. Chance now to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Young.
Defensively, he's really stepped it up over the past few months. You can see the jump in his steal numbers, and it hasn't been by accident. He's put in a ton of effort at the defensive end, and boy, is it paying off.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's White in at the point guard. And for Orlando, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem, and it's Ennis in at the 3. Now here is Carter, following the miss by Aaron Gordon. Steve, we know it's a long season for the players, but talk about the coaches.
Kevin, you've seen it. Those coaches that are on a hot seat, they have those bags under their eyes, no sleep. Those coaches that have a long contract and they're winning, they're pretty good. And I think the coaches that sleep well is the coaches that have teams that they know that kind of runs themselves.
Here's Vucevic, and finally that one's good.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Levine finds White. Outside, Markkanen. Back to White. On the wing, Levine. He's guarded by Fournier. 4 on the shot clock. And then Carter with the dunk.
Beautiful find by Levine there. Takes his time to survey the floor.
Orlando's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. To the middle. Here's Ennis. Not going to go that time. Nice D from Levine. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Bulls. Last game matched up with the Magic. Tough loss there.
So smooth in the air. It's like Zach LaVine floats up, then drops the hammer.
And Vucevic kicks to Fournier. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. High post Vucevic. Ennis taking his time here. Orlando needs to get off a shot. Here's Gordon, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Bulls have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Levine passes to White. Back to Levine. Inside. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. We've got a chance here, so let's now look at the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. The league's stingiest teams. 4th, the Magic.
This is a team that takes pride on the defensive side of the floor. I mean, they play hard and they play together. They are a tough group to score on.
The Magic making a switch here. Ross is checked in. White against Augustine. Here's Gordon. Nice D from Levine.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
And Carter now, top of the key. Puts it up from 15. Levine can't hit. Orlando trailing here. And it's Gordon penetrating. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Levine against Fournier. Tipped away. Ross with the steal. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Great vision there from Ross to find the open man.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. White against Augustine. White drives in, and White slams it in.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Ross with it, now guarded by Porter. Pass to Augustine. Banked in off the glass.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Chicago trailing here. Right side, White. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Vucevic.
And probably more of a natural scorer than passer. White has worked hard on his playmaking ability.
The first free throw is good. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Cam Birch comes in for Aaron Gordon. Fultz, he's checked in for Evan Fournier. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Augustine. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Carter. Young comes in for Markkanen. Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Porter. And Satoransky's subbed in for Zach LaVine. Here's Hutchison, and the basket is good.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
There's 37 seconds left in the first quarter. Young with the steal. White drives in, pass to Hutchison. Young outside. Jacks up a three, and Bamba pulls it down. Orlando's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Birch, defended by Young. Birch kicks to Carter-Williams. Passes it to Bamba. And a great assist by Carter-Williams as that one goes in.
You like the extra pass. MCW using his height to see over the defense, and he finds the open man.
It's all tied in Orlando. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short. And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast. As the second quarter getting going right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Magic?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
And you know this, most of the time, offensive rebounds generate high percentage looks.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. We've got Young. Satoransky there with Chris Dunn. And it's Hutchinson in at the 3 slot. Fultz the pass to Carter-Williams. Birch kicks to Bamba. Up and in from the low block. Bamba's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, still working on his jumper. But you can see Bamba has the touch to score from there.
Down against Carter-Williams. There's the pass to Cornett. Satoransky with it. 6 on the shot clock. Birch grabs the board. Now here's Fultz. Satoransky covering. And they take the lead.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Trailing by 2. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half. And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Here's Hutchison. Lays it up and banks it in. Hutchinson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
Ross kicks to Carter-Williams. Fultz dishes to Bamba. It's hauled in by Cornett. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That is his first foul of the game. James Ennis, he'll check in for Terrence Ross. Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Chicago. Harrison comes in for Satoransky. Here's Harrison, guarded by Fultz. Right wing. Back to Dunn. All sorts of time. And he hits the jump shot. Dunn's got the lead up to 2 now for Chicago. Well, you look at the luxury tax structure, Smitty, it's now more expensive than ever to maintain a championship contending roster.
Yeah, it is, and I think it's the choice of a lot of these organizations. Some oldest ones, they want to do it. Some don't, but I think if you want to win a championship, you're going to have to open up your checkbook.
Orlando shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Orlando making some changes. Vucevic checked in for Kem Birch. Fournier comes in for Markelle Fultz. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Michael Carter-Williams. Markkanen, he's checked in for the Bulls. It's stolen by Ennis, pushing it up. The shot's good from Fournier. And the Magic lead by 2.
And we'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And Augustine kicks to Fournier. Pass to Bamba. Right block shot. And he overshot that one, missing. Bulls have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Pass to Harrison. There's a minute 34 left in the second quarter. Over to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Here's Dunn. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Well, so many people were worried about Chris Dunn's offense after his rookie year, but you know what, Greg? He's turned it around.
And gone from struggling to hit 40% of his shots to shooting better from the floor. Still a strong defender, and he's making people forget that his offense was ever a question mark.
Gordon's checked in for Orlando. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Luke Cornett.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
The Bulls shooting an incredible 64% from the field in this game. Here's Carter. And again, no good by Chicago. Ennis kicks to Augustine. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Carter. And again, no good by Chicago.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. Vucevic with the bucket. And the Magic lead by 4.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And it's Carter penetrating. That one drops for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Quick first step. Wendell showing he can put the ball on the floor and drive it.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. And that one's good. Harrison's got the game tied up here for Chicago.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
Vucevic with the bucket. Bulls have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Augustine against Dunn. To the inside. Here's Markkanen. It's Chicago with another bucket.
This is where Markkanen is lethal. Good balance off the catch, smooth mechanics, soft touch.
Ennis, it's deflected, so a tie game here as we finish the first half. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. Nothing seemed to give way on... And that does it for our half.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Well, you got to like what Aaron Gordon has done in this game.
There is no stopping him, and you can't even contain him at this point. He is that talented.
Yeah, and sometimes the strategy in that case, don't let anyone else beat you. You know he's going to get his, so try and keep it to that.
Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the 3, the small forward. And that's the group for Steve Clifford as we begin the second half.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Outside, Markkanen. Looking for Carter. He gets it there. Outside, Levine. And Levine throws it down.
Beautiful find by Carter. Sees the floor really well for a young big. Looking at the Bulls roster, there is a lot to like. They have a great collection of talent, and their core players are all very young and improving.
Ross is checked in for the Magic. The Magic have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. The Bulls have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And the Bulls lead by 1. And Steve, for the Bulls fans, their hopes lie in their young core.
Totally agree. The Bulls should focus on developing that core. Have a good blend with Levine, Markkanen, and Carter. They just need to keep their eye on the prize.
Knocks it loose. Stolen by Markkanen. And now here's Markkanen, the fast break chance. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Vucevic.
With Wendell Carter Jr., you love the do-it-all ability, the understanding of the game. And even as a rookie, you could see the consistency game to game from Wendell Carter. Very dependable on the glass and on the scoreboard for a player so young.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Ken Birch is checked in for Gordon. Markelle Fultz comes in for Evan Fournier. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Augustine. Vucevic, and even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Here's Levine, and the layup's good off the glass. Levine's got 6.
Firing on all cylinders here in the third. Only 1 miss in 5 attempts.
And with Carter, he's only going to get better over the years.
The upside is easy to see. He always finds ways to contribute to this team. Not sure if he'll be a star, but he'll be a rock on the offense and defensive end for a long time.
Young with the steal. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Porter's running. That's tipped.
And for a point guard, MCW gets his share of block shots.
Out to the right wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Satoransky. Orlando grabs the miss. Vucevic has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Carter-Williams, the pass to Birch. Ross with a wide open look. Knocks down the 3-ball. Ross has got it all tied up now for Orlando.
When he gets a good look at the basket, Ross has no problem drilling a 3.
On the wing, Levine, guarded by Fultz. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. And a chance now to take a look at the schedule for the Chicago Bulls. On Saturday, they're off to Miami to face off with the Heat. Then on Sunday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
Back to Fultz. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Let's take a quick look at the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. Creating points off turnovers have been the calling card for these teams. Number 1, the Bulls.
And all those points off turnovers have been a huge bonus. I mean, that aggressive defense has also paid dividends at the offensive end of the floor.
Magic have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Young with the steal. 1:07 left in the third. That one falls.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Fultz dishes to Vucevic. Orlando moving the ball around. Birch's shot's good. Birch has got his second basket of the night.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Levine kicks to Carter. Shoots over Carter Williams. Young on the follow. Young's got 4 points this quarter.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Vucevic pass to Birch to the right side. No one near fault as he lets it go. That's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession for the Magic. Bamba is checked in for Ken Birch. And it's James Ennison for Michael Carter Williams. For the lead, got a hand on it.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
We talk about it time and time again. Turnovers are costly, especially when the game is close.
Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. 2K Sports, back in a moment from the Amway Center. And how about a look now at our assist to the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. So for Chicago right now, we've got White, Harrison out there with Valentine, and it's Cornette in at center. 6 to shoot. Gordon kicks to Augustine. Back to Gordon. To take the lead, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Vucevic checked in for Mohamed Bamba. And the Bulls making a change also. Markkanen's checked in. Here's Valentine. Makes it off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 2.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
To the paint. Vucevic to the pass to Gordon.
Clearly a foul.
That's his first personal foul.
That free throw good from Gordon. Chicago making some changes. Carter, he's checked in for Valentine. And Levine subbed in for Shaquille Harrison. He doesn't get the second one. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Chicago Bulls. White, good.
And you can argue this is White at his best, just an absolute terror in transition.
Vucevic dishes to Augustine, kicks it to Ennis, inside, outside Fournier. To the middle, takes the 13-footer, and it's wide right, hits off the rim. The Bulls leading by 3. And the basket by Hutchison. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Gordon the pass to Vucevic. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
The defense was begging him to take that shot, and he took the bait, but you can't blame him.
And the basket by Hutchison. The Magic shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. And Vucevic kicks to Gordon. Fournier passes to Ennis. Down low, here's Vucevic. Second chance effort, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Free throw drops for Ennis. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Here's White. The pass to Markkanen. Over Ennis. Markkanen can't get it to go. The Magic trail by 5. And here's Ennis. Here's Gordon. It's good. The assist that time from Ennis. Ennis has got 3 assists now in this one.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
And I don't think he expected to get that good of a look. Poor communication defensively.
And a solid playmaker, White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Gordon inside. He's guarded by Markkanen. Another shot, and Gordon lays it in.
Relentless on the offensive glass, and then you love the finish.
Here's Levine. 1:58 left in the fourth. Pass to Carter. And that'll be 2 free throws. The coach's challenge has been issued. A game like this, out of the wire, this is what it's for.
This is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. And hey, when you're a big shot maker in college, that often carries over to this level, certainly as for White.
Here's Gordon, back to Vucevic, and it's Gordon missing. Chicago leading. Here's Hutchison. It's good for the 7th time this game. He shot 7. He has made 7.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. And the layup is good. And the Bulls lead by 6.
Woo-wee. If you want to know what Zach LaVine is made of, you just found out.
There's 57 seconds left in the game. Fournier passes to Vucevic. Over Carter. Count it! And now they trail by just 4. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Hutchison, defended by Gordon. Bulls moving the ball around. And it's White missing.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
Back to Gordon. The 15-footer. Markkanen can't get it to go. And now Orlando on the break. Gordon, it drops.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Got a piece of it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession.
Very nearly stolen. There's no need to force that pass.
And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K